You're also seeing allow a free sale of legitimate and marketable products. So, you know, in some markets, Russia comes to mind, there was a restriction saying if you had a certain kind of nutrition product, they called a biologically active substance, you couldn't sell that through direct selling, only through pharmacies. We're seeing the trend is to move away from that and say if it's a sellable product, you can actually sell it through direct selling. So that's a really good sign for where direct selling is going. The sixth trend that we're seeing is that there really is a recognition of a distributor's legal status as an independent contractor, that they're not an employee of the company, but rather they're their own entity, and that they're selling products themselves and starting up their own business. And that's a great sign. If you're a distributor, you don't want to necessarily have to be tied to a company as an employee. You want to be an independent contractor to sell your own products. 7, really you're seeing where all the restrictions on who can be a distributor are starting to go away. If you're an adult who wants to be able to sell products, you can. But there are some restrictions in some markets. For example, in Korea, teachers can't be distributors because they're worried they have too much influence over their students, and that wouldn't be a healthy relationship. But really, we're not seeing much restriction on who can actually be a direct seller. The 8th trend, and we're very close, Roger, I promise, is that there's a growing focus on requiring training. Here in this Asian region, more and more countries are requiring direct sellers to provide training to their distributors, and that's a great thing because then A, it helps distributors know how to sell products well, and B, it teaches them how to make sure that they're selling products in a responsible way, not making claims that aren't substantiated and things like that. And our final trend really is that regardless of the legal status, there's been some movement to expand liability for the actions of distributors to companies. And this is important for companies to understand. Even though a distributor is independent of the company, you really do have to have responsibility for what distributors are doing. So you need to have a strong rules in place for your distributors so that if a distributor does something wrong, the companies are the first ones to go fix it so that governments don't have to come in with police to come in and try to fix it. So really, it's putting a little responsibility back on companies so that they adequately monitor the activities of their distributors. Thank you guys for letting me be here today. Like I said, I'll be available afterwards if people have specific questions with where trends are going around the world. So thank you very much.